What are you doing, mate?
Just leave me to it.
What are you trying? That's an awfully small space. You're not going to fit through that, man.
Just let me do my thing.
Why are you trying to get through there? You're covered in butter.
It's goose fat. It's goose fat.
Why? Why?
Because I'm trying to navigate this.
Where'd you get goose fat from?
The Tesco.
You went to Tesco's, you bought some goose fat, and you're trying to squeeze through. What is possibly on the other side that could be so helpful?
It's not what's on the other side.
What is?
It's the fact that I've got to get through this.
Yeah, that's what you.
Yeah, we so much. Hey man, what's up? Be good, man.
I gotta get through this. I gotta make it through. Say it on.
Fancy cheap tickets, classic films, independent films, and the latest blockbusters. Experience in film direction or the chance to join a great front house team and see movies for free. Then join Warwick Student Cinema today. Go to filmsoft.warwick.ac.uk.
Hello! Welcome to Daniel and Daniel Go to Disneyland, episode 7.
7.
We got Tom back on the show.
Hi, I'm back here.
We're bringing him on early because we didn't have him at all last week, so we thought let's try and get as much Tom time
Get
as
some
possible.
dosing back of Tom. How you doing, Tom?
You know what? I'm not ill anymore, so I'm good.
Oh, well, I'm ill, so
Oh, really?
we need to have
I'm
at
a
least
bit
one
ill.
pill. He's a bit
Yeah,
ill,
a bit.
so we got the scale. I'm pretty ill.
Yeah.
My Swedish friend Kate gave me the illness, went off to Budapest for a week, and then I spread it around our house, because our house, if one person gets an illness, it's like we all synchronise.
Yeah.
So this is our lunchtime show. We're all eating some lunch in a minute, like proper radios.
Yeah.
What am I eating? I'm eating chicken vegetable dumplings, gyoza, with a soy sauce dip and some chopsticks, and then I also have to go to the side a kimchi onigiri, which is like a rice thing with kimchi in the middle.
Anyway,
fermented
I've
cabbage,
got a
Korean.
fried
Yes.
style chicken wrap.
From Ginsters.
Yeah, Ginsters, Cornwall.
It looks horrible.
We know Cornwall have a. Some people in Cornwall want to be independent. Have we spoke about that?
Oh yeah, have we talked
Cornish
about the Cornish? The Cornish,
independence.
amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. Because I rate it. I really rate the Cornish
It's
independence.
been a feud for a while now, hasn't it? Yeah.
Because like, nobody cares enough. But if you're that in those terrorist meetings when like the whole of Cornwall's like we don't really care.
Yeah.
What are you fighting for? And what did they brought like a fish and chip? They brought a Rick Steins.
Well, let's stop eating.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. We're a lunchtime show.
So
We want people to eat their lunch to it, and we can all. It's like they're
we
like they're
don't want to
sitting
hear
around.
us eating our lunch.
Yeah,
to
that's fair.
it. Well, so Jamie Carragher.
Okay.
We all
So-
know him, other than Tom, who doesn't know.
Don doesn't know.
No, he's a footballer though. Isn't he?
So he didn't even know that to begin with. So we.
Hey, I guessed right.
Yeah, he did guess right.
I guessed right.
What's happened? The big controversy. Okay, so Jamie Carragher, Sky Sports pundit. There's videos emerged online in the tabloids and the press after Liverpool beaten 2-1 by Man United. Someone who's videoed on their phone him giving a lot of chat to Jamie Carragher, like, whoa.
Yeah.
And Jamie Carragher rolled down his window and spit a huge globule of flame.
It's massive.
It's a huge amount. I know he didn't plan to spit that much, but a lot came out.
Yeah.
And then it goes all over his daughter, the guy's thing. And then he drives off. Obviously a moment of madness.
Sure.
Obviously, he's been suspended by Sky.
Yeah.
Big deal. But the way Sky responded, it's just made me like, it just shows...
Quickly before we get onto the Sky response, the only chat that the person gives in order for him to spit on his daughter, I'm sure the daughter bit is probably accidental. I don't know what Jamie Carragher's thinking. But all he says is, haha, 2-1, 2-1, i.e. repeating the score. It's essentially a fact. So you wonder how many other people Jamie Carragher would spit on, and for what little he would spit on. Like the automated voice that comes on reading out the Premier League results every week. Perhaps spit on the TV every time that comes on.
And Bournemouth have been defeated 3-1 by Liverpool. Oh no, it's the other way around.
It's the other way around. Good try again.
Good try again.
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
You say he's a pundit, right?
yeah,
Is he also a player?
He was
a player.
Oh, so he's like Chris Kamara.
Yes,
Sure.
yeah,
Sure,
sure,
nice,
yeah, nice,
football.
good,
Football.
good.
Football
yeah.
points.
He's much
Wow.
more of an opinion guy as opposed to like a personality in the sense.
I like Chris Kamara.
Yeah, it's good fun.
He was funny.
But so he's brought on Sky News, and this is one of my favourite moments in Sky Television ever.
Whoa.
One of those.
Whoa.
I know it's a big statement.
Whoa.
It's a big statement.
One of those kind of attractive classic Sky broadcasters. You know, they're like a production line of these.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Sitting there, he comes down, and they're going to talk about the thing. It's like a proper apology, but then they show the video. So they turn and watch the video. This is all on the thing. They show the video of him doing it. Jamie Carragher's watching it, and they repeat it again in slow motion. and just seeing Jamie Carragher on Sky News with this woman who's telling him off, watching himself spit at someone's daughter in slow motion. I was like, we've entered hyper reality. We've entered another real reality. This is like the lines between virtual
It's
and
been
the
blurred.
real. It's completely blurred. Like it's a simulation now. There's no way this actually is happening.
Massive.
Well, there's a
globule.
song about that,
Massive
wasn't
globule.
there? Blurred lines.
Yeah, I think it was. Like, does she want me to spit on her? But then after the video, he's like, she's like, I recoiled in disgust and was like properly going in on him. It's not like trying to like work out his apology. Was just
It's
telling
just
him
a
off.
stunt by Sky, though,
Yeah.
to allow
It was
him
13
to get
minutes
back on
long.
the air fairly quickly. Because if you get him back on TV straight away, don't let him hide, then it doesn't make it that big a deal. Because it feels like he's got his punishment live on air, forced to watch himself spit on a 9-year-old girl. 14, actually, I think. Sorry, yeah.
That was my favourite moment. Jamie Carragher watching himself spit on a 14-year-old girl
Yeah.
in slow motion on Sky News.
Yeah, the slow-mo replay really added insult into injury.
I didn't know it was coming. Maybe he didn't know.
Did
it
you
was
see
coming.
her facial expression? Was she like
No, it's just
starstruck at all?
it was
or
the
anything?
back of. No, you didn't see the daughter at all. You
No.
could hear her. But you just saw the back of both their heads just watching this huge screen that they normally analyse football on. But instead it's like he's probably used that same screen to like draw.
If they did the tools, like, right, so you spat here. Where do you think you went wrong, Jamie? What was the point that
Look, I'm just saying, like, the defence wasn't strong enough. You know, she didn't put up much of a fight, and she hasn't been doing all season.
should he keep his job? That's another debate.
Because me
He's been
personally,
suspended.
I think it's obviously a moment of madness. I could see in Sky's position, like, spitting's a pretty big deal in a sense.
Yeah,
like,
spitting is not
in
a
our
nice thing,
culture.
though. It's a
In
bad.
most cultures, spitting's a pretty disrespectful. I don't think there's any culture where spitting's not disrespectful.
You can find one. You can always find one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
if you look hard enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to look very hard.
Well,
Would you fire Jamie Carragher?
Um,
Obviously, you didn't even know who the hell
No,
he is. So it's kind of,
I don't know who
you're
that
not-
is.
I don't know why we're coming to Tom as some expert on this.
but categorically, I'd say no.
No?
No.
no, why not?
Because I think that's strike one.
Yeah.
And I'd impose a 2-strike rule, not a 3-strike rule.
If you
Is this
spit on a
specifically for spit?
14-year-old
Yeah.
girl,
Yeah.
again, you're off.
Or a minor, you know.
Or a minor.
Yeah, then you're out of here. But I mean, he does his job well. Am I right?
Kind of, yeah. I guess.
Is what he did? Was it illegal? Was it against the law? Was it a breach
I
of
think
policy?
I don't think you're allowed to spit on people in public.
Yeah, but-
I'm sure that comes under some law.
Yeah, that's probably right. I don't know. It's
It's
kind
not
of
GBH,
grey.
sure,
Yeah.
but it's
No.
a misdemeanor.
If he's genuinely remorseful and,
He did
and,
13 minutes of remorse.
13
and he's good for Sky, then 2-strike policy. Once more, then you're out of here.
Yeah.
If he's good for Sky, okay.
I don't know.
What are you saying, Drew? He's a spit on. He's a huge globular phlegm, but I think
And we can't take that into account.
No,
Because at the
'cause
end of
he
the day,
didn't
the
plan.
amount of spit that man produces should not come into this decision. So although it was
It's
large,
the cold season.
Yeah,
Like, he's probably had a lot
Oh,
of
at the-
phlegm
yeah,
build up.
yeah.
Like, I know if I spat on someone now,
Right now.
a huge amount of phlegm.
Yeah.
If I did it in the summer, barely anything, they wouldn't even
but
feel
does that make it better or worse?
I don't know.
That's
I don't
interesting.
know.
A
You have
spit
to
is a
take into
spit.
account your seasonal phlegm discharge.
The action is universal.
Yeah.
It's-
But you're being a politician here. You're not answering the question. What would you?
Stop
are you
being
gonna-
around the bush.
Yeah.
Oh, we want straight
I'm just- I
answers.
am.
Fire or higher? What's the deal?
I'm gonna. I'd give him another chance.
Hey!
I think.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say, Horatio?
I because I'm a bit of a maverick. I'm like the Joker. I like anarchy. I'd fire everyone else but Jamie Carragher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just completely turn on his head, suspend everyone else, because that would also teach Jamie Carragher a lesson. Because how's he going to look at Gary Neville again when he lost Gary Neville his job? he's still going into Sky News every day,
And there's no one there.
No
It's
one.
just Jamie Carragher.
It's just that would be an amazing punishment.
He's got a lot to do. Well, you've got to go. So now you're gonna have
Well,
to do
you have to
everything.
Rupert Murdoch quit Sky. Jamie Carragher has to run everything.
Jamie
Well,
Carragher's
look,
doing
I
the-
just like know how to play football. I don't even know how to use an Excel document.
Jamie Carragher doing the evening news.
Yeah. But then running to the next channel.
To do the weather. I mean, if we're doing all
And
of Sky,
he's trying to operate the green screen as well. He's like,
all of the voices on The Simpsons. It's a better world, actually. It's a better world. So Sky.
that's what we
if
would
you're
do.
listening,
Jamie Carragher, as a punishment for a week, has to do every role
every
in the
role
Sky.
on The Sky. Oh my
And he's
God.
like, he's cleaning the building, you know. It's just
Yeah.
like, he'd be a parking valet, but no one's parking. So,
No, so we wouldn't have to do that.
so we
bit.
wouldn't have to do that.
You can wear the hat.
But he knows that if someone was parking, he still has that
It's his
pressure.
job. Yeah. Okay, it's more
Like,
restrained.
guests were coming in or something.
Like if someone didn't get the memo that they're all suspended,
Yeah.
they came,
He'd have to
and
tell
he had to tell them.
Sorry,
It's just me. I'm the only one working here. I spat at a 14-year-old girl.
Why? Why are you the only one? That's about a 14-year-old girl. Please go home. Oh God.
I mean, I wouldn't want to, because after that harrowing experience of trying to run the Sky ship for a week, I would never spit on a 14-year-old girl again.
No, I think that's a lesson Jamie Carragher deserves and needs.
Yeah,
to
he
be
definitely
honest.
needs that.
He needs it. So I've been a bit, sometimes a bit insecure about my nose recently.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
thank
why
you.
would you
say?
know during the show how he always has his hand over his nose.
Well, he always
That was-
hides it right behind the camera, the microphone.
Have you
Yeah.
ever seen Andrew Cohen's nose?
Now that you come to mention it, it's like a grey cloud in my head.
He's
Well,
always hiding.
It's time for the big reveal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's repulsive.
Is this a normal nose?
Yeah, for sure. Why did you not think
Okay,
it
that's
is?
a good answer.
Just look at that smile.
A lot of
look
the
at that
look
smile.
at this
smile.
That's that Lebanese society. It's like, hey, why can't we all be friends? Let's all be nice.
Yalla Habibi, you've got a nice nose.
All right, don't be offensive. Come on.
I don't think you'd be offensive if you're Lebanese. But,
Nonetheless, the usual answer
I'm not going to get you striked for that.
the usual answer I get is that is a normal nose, sure.
Yeah.
It's usually prefaced with a bit of a pause and a proper look at the
Yeah.
nose. You being one of the first people to give me an immediate no, that's a normal nose.
Yeah, but I feel without the pause, it devalidates the actual answer. Because it's like, no matter what you're going to say.
Perhaps.
No, I don't
'Cause
mean to
what-
bring
what-
it down.
how-
I just think...
What
I think your
response
nose is weirder than Andrew's, if I'm honest.
But
That's
I never
all.
said it's not.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
know.
open about my nose. I
know.
don't know how this has gone.
But
with
you're
my
not
nose.
insecure about your nose.
I'm not insecure because I
And
own.
so I'm like, why does he
Yeah.
have an insecurity?
Because he's
if
not
you
as comfortable in
don't?
his own
You know?
skin.
No, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Horatio's nose is weird. Sure.
It's ridiculous.
100%.
It's like a sheer cliff edge. It's
I've
like
seen
a small
worse.
little.
I've seen
it's
worse.
like
Yeah.
we've all
But it's
seen
weird.
worse,
But it's
man.
weird. We know it's weird.
No,
It's
not
like-
on the internet, like in real life.
You
like
know,
friends.
on Call of Duty when you'd snub nose your revolver.
Oh, no, I never played Call of Duty.
You know on Call of Duty when you'd snub nose
No,
your
I never
revolver.
played.
Oh, this is Blizzard. You know on Call of Duty when you snub nose your revolver? Yeah, it's like that.
Anyway, he knows he's got a weird nose.
I know.
Yeah.
I own it.
He knows.
I own it.
Yeah. But
Hey, you wear this nose with
He
enough
knows.
confidence that ladies don't know about.
no, they don't. But what do you think is
I'm
weird
walking
about...
this strange tightrope between trying to work out whether I have a weird nose
Yeah.
or not a weird nose, essentially.
See, I'm chilling because I know it.
He knows.
I'm
He's
saying
comfortable.
I'm not
He
going to
can
find something
process
out
his
that will
feelings.
tell me that my nose is normal. I know that's categorically weird.
At the risk of delving too deep into your subconscious, why do you look at your nose and you think
Freud.
something's
Freud.
wrong with this?
He wants,
what do
he
you
wants
see?
to have sex with his mum.
Of a
He wants to have sex
little
with his mum.
anecdote that occurred to me in year 6, Tom.
Oh, this is convenient.
Set the scene. I'm walking up the
sorry, I
stairs.
thought
No,
you
you know. No, set the scene.
The direction to yourself.
Yeah.
You can just set the scene. You have to tell yourself to do it, but yeah.
Is it rainforest midnight?
I'm at school. In our rainforest midnight
School.
school.
Okay, scrap
we
that. Just
exclusively
pull on your
learn
leg.
from-
He's at school.
No, I'm
Come
at
on.
school.
Let's
Going
get
up
this
the stairs,
anecdote out.
There's some girls, right?
Oops.
Girls are at school, whatever.
Wait, well,
They're
how
in
old are
year
you?
below.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I think I'm in
Very
year
cool.
6, but I've noticed recently that
Just
about
started getting pubic
70%
hair.
of my
That's at this
anecdotes
level.
are from year 6.
Yeah.
So I've been miscalculating some time.
No, I was more of a year 8 puby guy. But anyway, go on. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, you know, I did have pubes, so it would have been... No, I'm not sure. Maybe year 7.
It must be on late.
Maybe year 8.
Oh, all
You
right.
never know. Let's call it, but let's say, I think it was year 6.
Okay,
Year
go
6.
on.
Walking up the stairs, go past a group of girls from the year below. They're having quite a serious conversation about something or someone, but they don't really want people to hear, clearly. So they kind of stop as I'm going past. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, girls. I understand.
Hey, girls, you're
I-
young.
I just want
You're
you to be
working
free.
out
I
your
just want you to
bodies.
do
You're
your
working
thing.
out yourselves. You need to have time to have a privy with your other females.
Exactly. Don't let me affect that. Don't let me affect that. Let me just walk up the stairs. I'm on my business, and you guys do your thing, right? So I walk up about the 2 flights of stairs, and this like I don't know how to describe this. Where you can basically see from there's 4 flights of stairs. You can see from the top flight all the
flight
way
of
down to
stairs.
the bottom.
Yeah.
So there's like a gap, so you can easily hear things that are going on
stairwell.
throughout the whole thing. A stairwell. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right, we go up about
I hear
2
ya.
flights of stairs. I'm just carrying my books, ready to get on with my day, and then the conversation starts up again, and they say, "Is that guy gone?" And they go, "Who was that guy?" And then one
Have you
goes,
stopped at this point?
No, I've stopped at this point, yeah, because I'm listening now.
Yeah.
Now I've heard, okay, here we go, juicy. Yeah, and they go, is that guy gone? Like, yeah, I think so. Who is that guy? It's like, it's the guy in the year above with the weird nose. And I'm standing at like 3 flights of stairs up, looking down at them, holding my books. A
Lordy.
tear runs down my face, and I have
A tear runs down your weird.
and falls on them. They look up, it's me. They
can't see
weird nose. They can't see my face because the nose has taken up all All of the
A shadow just leans forward over as the nose from above.
But I think that's exclusively where it comes from. And
Alright,
then I kind of rationalised that and thought, no, your nose is pretty normal. But every now and again, I'll just look and I'm like, is it? And I think it is. I'm pretty happy with it. But
Did you get a look at their noses? Because maybe they all had weird noses and they thought your normal nose was just out of whack.
Tom, don't try and let's not. We've gone into this. Let's deal with it properly. Let's
Okay,
not
I'm
try and
just
beat around the bush.
Trying to make him feel better. Maybe.
I know, but it's not going to happen.
not gonna
man.
happen?
I've tried
Never
this.
gonna
I've
happen.
tried this route.
spent
I've
the
tried this.
hours.
Hey, these girls mean
Okay,
nothing. You know,
yeah.
don't worry. It doesn't work.
Okay.
I've been there.
Fair enough. They.
Let's go
not
into
the
this. So that's pretty harrowing to hear for two reasons. One, because it's specific about you.
Yeah.
And two, so obviously you're going to be thinking about your nose constantly. But two, what else are other people saying about me? Because you just managed to hear privy of one conversation. But as soon as you hear people talk bad things about you,
Yeah.
and then you're not hearing them, that sends you, because then you're like, oh my, because how many, imagine hearing like top 10 worst conversations
Yeah,
people have had
I'd
about.
love to hear that.
That would be, the amount of bad stuff people have us to say about me is insane.
You can't be thinking about that. Stuff.
Awful.
You can't be
Can you
thinking about
imagine? Because I've said awful things about people.
Sure.
Like I've had huge sessions of just saying like horrible things about people. Of course they've done that to me.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
People have done that to you?
100%.
Yeah, it's so-
I've done it to you.
Yeah, you've done. Everyone's
Worse than
done
I'll
it.
just hit the top 10 things I hate.
Yes, you'll be most of the top 10, really. Yeah.
No, I hate a lot of things about you and your physical appearance.
Yeah.
But then also think about the 10 best conversations people have ever had
No,
about you.
no,
you know?
Tom, get out
Think
the
about
shit.
all
Just,
my-
his mic's
guy,
off.
what
I feel like he's just losing.
Yeah, he's losing it. Anyway.
No, he's back on.
He's
Okay.
back on when he's ready to
You're
behave
joking.
himself.
I'm being.
But yeah, you don't want to be known as the guy with the weird nose to the sexy year below girls. That's
Sexy year 5 girls.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh boy, to be back in year 6.
To be back in year 6, man. Confusing time.
Confusing time.
Super confusing time.
100%.
Right, I think we should either
Yeah.
play a song,
Yeah.
or do you
Or-
have a hot, juicy topic next?
Let's play a song
And then work out.
and then work out what we're going to talk about.
Awesome.
We've had a few messages, although.
Okay, let's do some messages.
No, none of them have been that funny. Sergio Aguero says, now wrong with nobody knows.
Okay.
Felicio Silva says, Felicio Silva is becoming a regular message.
Yeah, he's started coming quite a few.
Lead these silly chumps, Andrew. Come join a dynamic comedy duo who will appreciate your nose as a sex symbol it really is.
Felicio Silva. He's always very on your side.
Yeah, he is.
He's always trying to get you on. He really wants to get
He's really trying to
get
stage
in with
a coup.
you. Yeah.
Stage a coup. There's a few more, but they're not really worth reading out. Anyway, it's Carly Minogue. Got a couple of messages in. One message in from generic search engine query about the acclaimed leftist theorist Murray Bookchin says, generic search engine query about the acclaimed leftist theorist Murray Bookchin. What do the people who come after our show think about the messages that we receive in and what kind of show that means that we are? Because they must think we're insane and that because none of these have any coherence. Stinky Pete messages in, does Space Mountain count as a real roller coaster? Of course it does. Why would
Silly
it not?
question.
Stinky Pete. Sort out your smell and then sort out your mind, bro.
And we've had 3 messages in from Defend Afrin about,
Defending Afrin.
yeah. Surprisingly, yeah. Something to do with Turkey's Islamist government.
It's always there's a lot of
A
politically
lot
charged.
of politically charged stuff and just copy and pasted things.
Look, Drew, you don't have to be crazy to work here, but it helps.
Anyway.
It does. We all have mental health issues.
So we need to address the elephant in the room that we haven't been talking about for the entirety of this series. Chinese meal deals.
Chinese meal deals. We scoured the news because we needed
In a
content.
disgusting attempt to stay relevant.
We tried it because we're like we don't talk about enough topical things, but the news is dull, man.
Yeah.
Do you remember back in the old days when the
When
news
you had
was
the
like?
news?
Remember like the Iraq War,
Yeah, well, that was a good one.
the Gulf War Part 1,
Yeah.
the Gulf War Part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
The
Do you remember
sequel.
George Bush Senior?
Yeah, no, I don't.
That was way before our time.
Yeah, man. No, like the Reagan years, man. There was so much news stuff back then, but now it's just like boring.
Now it's just like, oh,
yeah, we
there's
scroll
too
through,
much fish
and
in
this
the
is
sea.
all.
It's actually
It's
too
not.
little
And it's
fish.
too
Yeah.
little. Stop sending people out because there's people campaigning for fish lives. They're gonna hear this. Go, oh, well, forget about it.
Yeah. Oh, well, chill.
Oh, no, we're fine.
too many.
Drew
Start
says it.
killing.
It was a slip of the tongue.
Tip of the tongue.
Carry on fighting for fish rights.
Yeah. But
we did find
we
something.
did find something.
What did you find?
We snooped around,
Yep.
and this is what the truffle pig of he's like a truffle pig.
He's a news truffle
He
pig.
just finds content.
He sniffs it,
Like
yeah.
I looked through it, I couldn't
Yeah.
find anything. I was like, send in the Drunator.
in the Drunator.
But then he has to hibernate for a month after doing it, so you can only use it once.
Chinese meal deals
Chinese meals.
have been found.
Not meal deals, man.
Chinese ready meals.
Chinese meal deals.
Which could be included in a meal deal.
Is this
No, they
ready
won't.
meals?
They'll never- no, they never.
Could be.
No way.
Could be.
You're not getting a crisp and a drink for a deal with a ready
there's
meal.
2 different types of meal deals now, Horatio. Think about it. Mm-hmm. Yep, there's
The
there's dinner
£5
meal
one.
deals.
Yeah, the dinner ones,
Whatever.
yeah.
We're not doing meal deals.
Is this
again.
meal deals like
We're doing
ready
meal
meals
deals
in
again.
China or ready meals in Britain? that
Ready meals
have
in
a
Britain.
Chinese
Britain,
cuisine.
that have
Britain.
Chinese cuisine.
Ah, okay.
Problem when two cultures come together, man,
Yeah.
it causes a lot of tension, bro.
Yeah, a lot of friction there.
Yeah. Nonetheless,
Hit him with the bombshell.
I'm excited.
these Chinese ready meals
Yes, yeah.
have been found to contain as much salt as 7 or 11. I
11,
can't remember.
11,
No, because I
11.
said 11 to you, and I'm not sure about that. 7
that's
or
what-
11 packets
Which
of
one is
crisps.
it? Oh, okay.
7 or 11 packets of crisps.
Well, is it 7 or 11?
I'll have a look.
Because I thought 11 was ludicrous. But 7's bad.
oh,
7's bad, but that's on the
7's okay.
7's
Yeah.
on the bad edge of being ludicrous. But 11's overblown, ridiculous.
Hold on.
Drew, this was like a bit. We're trying to be a topical radio show. You have
no,
to.
I need to go back
You
on
need to
the-
check.
No,
You need to
you
check.
gotta
your
go
I'm
back.
stats.
very nearly there. It is 11.
11. Okay.
We got a
fine.
story.
We got a. Hey, folks, we got a story.
Well, just quickly, Stinky Pete's messaging in again saying, "Does Space Mountain count as a real roller coaster?"
Does he want that? Yes.
Yes!
Stinky Pete.
Does.
Stop messaging in. You're making the show worse.
We're trying to talk about Chinese. No, yeah, nailed it.
Chinese meal deals. How do you get that much salt in there? Surely it's more difficult to get that much salt in there than avoid getting that much salt in there.
Well,
I'm glad you brought this up, Kelvin.
salt is an excellent preservative.
Oh, really?
This is great.
And it tastes great.
It does.
Tastes
It's
effing great, senses. It tastes really good. So it's a good preservative. It tastes great. It makes sense to put it in there.
It's addictive as well.
It is. It is.
But what we were discussing
On the bus.
is very, very. I don't know what they're
Controversial.
talking about with. I don't know what they're talking about with crisps.
Crisps.
Yeah.
What's a crisp?
What about unsalted crisps?
What
There
about the
could have been
crisps?
11 bags
Yeah,
of
exactly.
unsalted
Unsalted
crisps,
crisps.
which would be an amazing dupe by the BBC
It
News.
really would.
When they're like, actually, it's criminal how little salt they're putting in this
yeah.
Chinese.
Yes.
Is your Chinese meal tasting a bit bland? That's probably 'cause they've got no salt.
salt in it.
They've got as much salt as 11 bags of
Unsalted
salted crisps, which is 0% salt.
That's a good point, man.
So
You don't
put
know
more
what-
salt in the Chinese
More
ready meals.
Ready meals. We need more salt.
We need more salt.
We need more salt.
I don't want my unsalted crisp bags
Salted.
No, get it out.
Get it out. I don't understand why they're not in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
our topical
that's the
bit.
news
That's
done.
the topical bit.
That's all we got. Do you have anything in the news, man?
I haven't been reading the news lately. No.
No, none of us do. We don't.
Squared.
We're really bad. No, it's not squared.
It's
Squared
the
to read the news.
squares.
What are you talking about?
What?
Oh, reading. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
we
very
had a
huge
very-
miscommunication.
Yeah.
I was scared.
No, I
for a
agree.
minute.
Maybe
I
open
agree.
your ears up and listen to each other.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, but we need to keep our ears and pulses
To the ground.
to feel what
Feel the tremors.
What's the thing? What's the it? You know, because I'm still stuck in 2014 sometimes. Do you know
Really?
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in those Obama days.
Me.
No,
The bit.
what? Come on. No, come on, man. Come
No,
on.
honestly.
You've forgotten it. You. What's
Oh, what, the next bit?
Yeah.
Don't say no.
Yeah, I didn't say no.
I'm doing a dissertation.
Oh,
You do that?
Yeah.
Right, I'm doing a dissertation on,
nice.
on faith schools.
boring.
If anyone knows anything about faith schools, please message in.
He's really struggling.
I'm
for
really
content.
struggling.
Really?
Because the thing about dissertations is you can pick a topic that you're pretty interested in, but at some point down the line, it's going to get bloody boring.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
that
kind of
started
inevitable.
so early.
It hasn't started that early. It's
So
it's due
early.
in like a month and a bit.
Yeah, but how far into are you? Have you
Well,
written
technically
anything?
since the start of the
Have
year,
you written
mate.
anything?
No, what of it?
I know a lot of people
saying?
have written stuff and they start getting bored like 4,000 words in, maybe 5,000. You're bored and you haven't even finished. You're
Yeah,
not
but
even
it's about the
halfway. You
research.
haven't even done halfway through your research, man.
Hey.
Just change topic. It doesn't sound like you
you
started it.
No, I can't
you
change
can.
topic, Tom.
It's a huge
It's due in a month and a bit.
He's a mass tune.
Yeah, I don't really get
Hey,
how
you
it-
can just change the
move
numbers.
the
They're not
3, man.
permanent.
Yeah,
Just
that's
move
what
the
I-
3.
Carry the 4.
lift the. Yeah, no, I don't know.
You don't know, do you, man?
No, I got no clue.
But
I'm a clueless.
I was excited about it. I was like, yeah,
It's a strange topic because
this is the peak of academia, you know. You get yourself stuck into a good
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dissertation. You have a good relationship with your supervisor,
Yeah.
which I did
Oh, you had a great
for the
one.
most part, for the start. It
Wait,
was good.
tell him.
He commented on one of the radio show posts we done, saying, yeah,
We're going to get him on. We're going to get him on.
He's- I asked to come on. He didn't.
really cool.
Say
Was
yes.
it Stephen?
Yeah. Well,
Tell us a little bit
let's
about-
not mention. Let's not mention names.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, we said it anyway.
Gareth.
Stephen.
Gareth.
Stephen.
Okay, fine.
Stephen.
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 Mr. Badloss. Stephen Badloss.
He's a great guy.
Cool.
Cool man, cool, love it. He was the guy who did the Brexit is S***.
Did you see that?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's him.
Yeah.
So it's cool dude. Cool dude.
Well, I commented on a couple of the radio show posts. Liked my cover photo.
And you
So
said
things
you
got
said
off
you were
a-
90% sure you're going to get him on the show as well. That never materialised.
No, because then I stopped going to his stuff really.
And then it gets awkward.
And now he kind of hates me, I think.
Really?
Because he did a post on, we've got a group for the politics of religion.
Oh, he's really
people
in tune
on
with the
Facebook.
kids.
He
isn't
really is. And he posted saying he's got some raw data or something. Anyone that wants it, comment below and I'll send it over. And then there were loads of comments above me. He went like, I'll have it. And he was doing like, your inbox has been datafied. Like he was making jokes. He was having fun.
And you're the biggest joke
Like,
of the
which,
pack.
in the inbox, Kazam. It's in your inbox.
Yeah.
Emailed right into that inbox.
Abadakadabra! You're dead.
Yeah, he went too far. No, but then it got to me and I got emailed. ... I got emailed.
Really?
Really?
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
But
it's not looking good.
no, that shows something else though. You could read it as him not liking you, but also shows that he's hurt. Because
Yeah,
he
he's
wants
hurt.
you to know that he's upset with you. Because he's like, look, man, we were close. What do you
Yeah.
do,
Yeah,
man?
I'll
That's a
turn my-
passive
I'll turn my
aggression.
back.
Yeah.
That comes from a place of hurt
The
and love.
dot is really unnecessary. as well. It's so
'Cause he wouldn't-
ominous.
if you hated someone, you'd just be like, yeah, cool, or maybe try like something. But if you're like emailed,
Yeah. Yeah, there's tears behind
Dot,
it.
dot.
wait, tell him about the dissertation titles you sent back when in the golden days of your relationship.
Yeah, because it started off really well because he's a funny guy. So I was like, right, let's get some comedy going between us. A good dialogue
Yeah.
between academic and comedy.
Yeah, man.
And so my title is Preaching to the Choir, should faith schools be allowed, basically. And that's essentially why I chose the topic. Just for that title.
Like the
right,
title.
so then I said a few other potentials. Because you've got to have faith, an analysis of faith schools through the lyrics of Wham.
Fantastic.
Incredible.
Oh God. I
No
can't-
way.
No
No
I cannot
way.
remember.
You had
be
like
nice.
6.
No, I had like
No,
6.
no way. No way.
Oh no, I've forgotten them. I've actually forgotten them. For the lyrics of Wow, faith. Yeah. Ooh.
Come on.
Wait. Faith. I'm gonna get them up.
Oh, this is what
Give me a
happened.
second. Talk amongst
This is
yourselves.
this later part of the term with the strikes.
With the strikes.
Andrew especially is such a waste man. That not only do we do such little planning, but when we do have plans, we're like, oh, we'll just do that. We'll work out on the same. He has no idea any of the things.
no.
he's
No,
talking
your
about.
improv skills.
I rely on him thinking, like remembering,
Yes.
having some sort of memory.
Yeah.
Remember us back when we were young, when we had like sharp minds.
Yeah.
Before it was
no.
corrupted.
Yeah, before it was corrupted by thoughts, by
Substances.
knowledges.
No,
Hey,
it's all-
hey, you better watch yourself.
Hey, no, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to find these. So, Oh wait! Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, baby.
What is it? Do you want to hear all my actual potential?
I'd love to.
No, you really don't.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
I'll change my mind.
it's a nice contrast between the board
Yeah,
and
so
the fun.
because you've got to have faith, an analysis of faith schools through the lyrics of Wham.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
Transubstantial devastation. Can Catholic schools serve the body and bread of Christ at lunch? Hello. Religious satire. Faith schools. Who? Yeah. What are they good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Not even a discuss.
No.
Just say it again.
Just say it
just
again.
say it again.
And then it would be
Then you
10,000 words.
10,000 words. of
Why
music.
there? Oh,
Because that's the song. That's the song.
No, I get it's the song,
You
but
get
I
it?
thought
That's the song?
you'd done it like discuss.
No.
No. Just
no.
saying it again.
Right, Carl, Miles Carragher's message.
Karl Marx. So he's trying to disguise himself. We know you are.
We know you
We
are.
know it's Karl Marx. You
know
can't
you're my
fool us.
I got a great news story for you.
Okay.
News story or news story?
A news story.
Ooh. It's a bunch of downtrodden toilers who don't realise their own strength. Luckily, some cool guy wrote a load of books about how they could get together and shake up everything. Sounds a lot like Karl Marx to me.
Oh, we've caught you again, Marl Cox!
Stop trying to dupe us!
Yeah, man. I know you could write a pseudonym, but we could see right through you, man.
Yeah.
Better next time, Marl Cox.
Him and Vladimir of Lenin.
They really get under my skin.
Should we? Was there another bit that we wanted to do?
Yeah, there was another bit, but now after your performance
What
of
was
that
the
bit,
bit?
Yeah, that was
and then your performance, the Snowpiercer thing.
Snowpiercer.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
So, Snowpiercer is a movie that spans approximately 2 hours.
it's yeah.
It's-
We'll go into the film
we'll go into the film in
afterwards,
a
which is
bit.
a ludicrous film.
minutes.
You know.
Yeah.
For
Can
our,
you not speak
for our
Lebanese
metric.
for
sorry.
our listeners back home because
Yeah.
they're,
Sorry, yeah, they might offend
they're mainly English, but they don't know what you're saying. So.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to cause a ruckus.
Yeah, let's keep it English here.
Yes.
Please. Nonetheless, a 2-hour film which took us 6 hours to watch.
Yeah, it's quite horrible.
Do you watch it like?
legally on streams?
One of them. One of them. With a projector and everything. Lovely.
But
Sitting
every
down.
step of the way, things would not work, and we had the stoppages. It was insane.
We went through 4 different laptops, and then eventually, after it took us about 3 hours to get through half an hour of the film,
Yeah.
we decided we needed to do a buffer job. Just pause it for a minute,
my
just let
goodness.
it buffer.
Oh yeah.
We cannot continue.
That's
with
your
this.
first port of
No,
call.
'cause we're-
That's your
not
first
the
port.
buffer job
We're
is
a
not
group
what
of
we're
people
talking
who like
about.
short-term pleasures.
No, and the buffer job is
Yeah.
not good enough. It doesn't work because that implies that it's just.
No, you're not
gonna load
patient
for a
enough.
bit.
That's what it is.
No, it's not because it doesn't.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. If it's loading
Anyway,
so slowly.
Anyway,
Was it more enjoyable? Because when you finished the film, because I went through.
Well, it
this
was a
mountainous
terrible
journey.
film.
it was
So-
a terrible film, but I had a good time,
had a
and
good
we
time.
really connected as a team. 'cause
Okay, nice.
we went through a lot of emotions.
Went through a lot of emotions.
It's good going through adversity with friends.
But the biggest
I'm
thing
happy to hear
was
that.
when we so we decided we need a buffer job here. Like, let's go make some hot chocolates. That'd be nice.
Horrible
Have a
hot
little nice
chocolates
break.
that we were terrible.
Terrible
by
at.
the way.
That's
another
another
story. So that just
Another
adds to
story.
Yeah.
everything going wrong.
And the
Soy
plan
milk
was
weren't gonna happen.
leave the laptop near the Wi-Fi thing because the issue was it wasn't that close to the router, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy I went and put his laptop by the Wi-Fi thing while it buffered, so we made the hot chocolates.
we took about 45-minute break.
We spent about 45
so we're like,
minutes making the
now
hot
we
chocolate.
know
Nice.
that we got it
We're
saved.
ready.
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
walk
yeah.
back in. Where's the laptop? Where's the laptop?
And then our flatmate comes out and goes, "Oh, do you guys know what my laptop was by the router?" Greg!
I could have stabbed him.
Oh, is it Greg?
Yeah, and he turned off his laptop. 'cause
Man,
he was like-
he's a clumsy bro. He's a clumsy man.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. But you got through it.
He didn't realise that we were using his laptop. He just thought it was weird that we'd put his laptop by the router like it was a
I
prank.
have been using the laptop for the entire.
It doesn't surprise me that he's a little absent-minded sometimes.
No.
Yeah.
It's quite, it was quite
worst
something.
And hot chocolate's more like cold milk.
Because he didn't put enough chocolate powder in
Really?
and didn't microwave them for long enough. But because because we had like 5 hot chocolates to go through,
Yeah.
and we couldn't spend any more time doing it, we all just sat there drinking like warmish milk, which was like
Hey, it wasn't that bad.
it was pretty horrible.
Tepid milk.
and it just
no film.
sums up the situation when you're drinking,
Yeah.
sitting there in bowls because we've run out of mugs or just warm
That's very
milk.
French.
Yeah,
Very multicultural.
Yeah,
I like
we had
that.
we had
I
a
like
French
that.
a
That's
French
good.
bird with us. So
Oh, nice. Was this on a Sunday? It sounds like a Sunday day to me.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But
That's a very
let's get into the film Snowpiercer.
ambiguous
So in
way
my
of phrasing
opinion, Snowpiercer makes less sense than Space Odyssey. Like it is a ludicrous film. It's got well reviewed and stuff, but it's
Space Odyssey, the film, right?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. As opposed to
The song.
this. What song's that?
Isn't there a song called Space
Or
Odyssey?
the no.
No, I don't think there is. I don't think there's ever been.
By not a very famous person. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's fine.
But,
It's fine.
go to
Sno-
the film.
So the premise of Snowpiercer is it opens with like lots of news footage, like quickly done. It's like in the near future and stuff. Climate change is getting really bad. Is basically what it's saying. Scientists, don't specify who, invented
you know.
the VK-17s that will take down the world's temperature. Then they fire off these missiles into the sky. You see it, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, we're going to save climate change." Next scene.
Nice.
It didn't work. The whole of humanity is extinct. Everyone died. The whole world's in an eternal freezing wasteland. So within the first 40 seconds, they've crowbarred a ridiculous bit of exposition. They basically just said like, "Yo, we need this setup, so we're just going to make this the most ridiculous thing ever." The whole of humanity now, all that's left are on this one massive train. That's the only thing, just going endlessly around
the world.
world. You had the poor people in the back of the train. and they're like they're working hard, and then you have
That's all true.
the rich people at the front, and it's like a metaphor for the class system, and then they have to work their way through the.
Not a
train.
very subtle metaphor.
It's not very subtle. It's just
None
like
of it's very
so overt from like class system trying to work your way up while they're constantly going on this train going round, and just like the jumps in narrative was just insane. And while having that, while it kept on glitching, while we're drinking warm milk, it was just quite a harrowing experience throughout, to be honest.
And it turned out at the end that there was life on the planet. There were some polar bears.
Yeah, there's polar bears.
The
about that?
exposition was nothing.
Wait, so yeah, it's implying that they don't need to be in
A
the
train. Essentially, yeah.
Oh, sorry to ruin the film, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch
The film's ruined itself.
Spoiler.
Should we play a song?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
This is an amazing start to the song.
True, this is the most unprofessional I've ever seen.
It sounds pretty funky. I like it.
Wait, can we get some spoken word? Can we get some spoken word going on this?
Okay, alright. Donald Trump. More like Donald, dump him in a river and hope he drowns. Start building up walls. I want those walls. I want those walls to fall.
If you don't make me
I don't want the walls to fall, cause I don't do borders. Make friends.
Yeah.
Why be racist when you can not be racist? Hey, hold up. What's that? Is that feminism? Yes, please. I'll have 3 sermons of that. Is that second wave feminism? No, thanks. Yeah, my feminism's asexual. Yeah, of course. I take into account class, gender, sexuality, and race.
And creed. Don't forget the creed.
And creed. What do you mean, creed?
Creed.
What's creed?
You know, and the race and the creed
What
and the
creed?
colour.
What does creed mean?
Creed.
What does it mean?
It's like it's not quite race, but I think like the closest you can think of it is
No,
race.
what's creed like specifically add, which isn't race?
Oh, it's kind of like the it's like where you're from. You know, that's what creed is.
Angela Merkel, yo, I respect you because you're a woman in power, but you're also part of the neoliberal machine, yo. Cool. Alright, let's play the song. Alright,
Baby, don't make me spell it out for you. All of the feelings that I got for you can't be explained, but I can treat you, make me feel.
Oh, nah, I'm busy with work tonight, mate. Anyone deliver?
What about Batelli's in Lem?
Oh, that'll take ages though, won't it?
Not with Big Bert.
Big Bert? Is that the guy who runs it or something?
No, you fool. It's the oven. Super fast pizza in 3 minutes.
Nah, you're joking. That quick?
Yeah, quality ingredients too. It's all local and fresh, and if you order online, we get another one for free. Shall I get a few beers too?
Ah, you had me at pizza.
Help Raw out by using the promo code RADIO and get a 5% discount on all food.
Pizza. Good pizza, good life. Perspectives is the termly magazine
Wait, is this
by
still
the
going?
Warwick Politics Society.
Everyone from all
that
different
another
backgrounds
advert?
can
No,
write
it's the same
perspectives
Same
for
package.
either our print magazine or our online edition, which is constantly updated.
From Venezuela to Donald Trump, we accept and encourage articles on local, national and international politics.
To get involved, email editor@perspectives.com.
Oh, Henry again.
Visit our website.
We're gonna fight them on the pit. We're gonna fight them in the London
Here at Raw 12:51 a.m.
Perspectives, Warwick's leading current and global affairs magazine.
Common misconception. All right, well, there's a couple of things to dive in there.
5%
off all food. Well, that's not true. Come on. You can't get 5% off all food, you maniacs.
No, and Venezuela to Donald Trump. Enough said.
No, Patelli's, I didn't know they were doing like sketch adverts for Patelli's.
No, that wasn't a Batelli's advert.
No, that was like it was. It was
No,
like
it was about using a
the code
service to get.
But they had like a sketch.
Batelli's came in.
They had like a sketch thing
Yeah.
about like, let's do our own sketch thing, advertising, going to Patelli's. Okay. Hey guys, what are you doing tonight?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm going to Patelli's. Come with me.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Wait, actually, I'm allergic to pizza.
Oh, doesn't matter.
They've got gluten-free pizza.
No.
No, not gluten, just pizza. The concept of pizza.
Oh, the concept.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because
What do Patelli's have that makes them so different?
Patelli's have magic.
Magic. Magic.
They have magic
And
beans.
pasta.
They have
And
magic
pasta.
beans.
And pasta.
Oh, look at this. Fresh Coca-Cola straight from
Oh.
the Patelli's fridge. Are you drinking as well?
Yeah, I drank just a bit before you, actually.
Do you have your own?
I've got my own Coke. Oh, no, this is actually a Pepsi Max.
Can you get that at Patelli's?
Yeah, you can get anything at Patelli's.
What? Hey, bro, what are you going to get at Patelli's?
I'm gonna get a pizza.
What are you going to get on a pizza? Patelli's. Patelli's has lots of toppings. You can have mushrooms on your pizza. You can have.
I want some pepper. I want some pepper. I want some green and yellow pepper.
You can get it.
All your peppers. They're on the
All your
menu.
pepper needs.
On the menu.
Let's
Green
play.
olives.
Hey, everyone.
We're off on fire.
Hey, everyone. Let's sing the Patelli's song.
Yeah.
Patelli's. We're going down to Patelli's. When you're hungry for a pizza. Andrew Solo.
Patelli's is the place. Thank you. It is the place. Thank you.
Tom Solo.
I love Patelli's, man.
Rachel Solo.
My Solo. My daddy doesn't care about me or my mum because it's
Patelli's. Everything okay.
They serve pepperoni pizza to get your parents back together. They are the best. 50% off Patelli's if you use the promo code Daniel and Nathaniel's parents are divorced. Cool. All right. Awesome.
Patelli's.
Yeah,
man.
I don't really know where we go from there.
I think we solved radio. Fantastic.
We were gonna How would we fare? We've done that.
Yeah, we've done
once or
the how
twice.
would we fare. I guess it's the closest we could have to a sort
segment.
of weekly segment.
We used to have segments.
We used to
that
have
were quite
segments
good.
when we planned the show, when we cared.
Yeah.
When there was meaning, when we weren't just nihilistic, postmodern a-holes.
Fools. Right, how would we fare, each one of us, in heaven, hell, and purgatory?
Let's start with hell. Tom, how would you fare in hell?
How would you fare in hell, Tom?
How would you fare in hell?
I don't see good things for you.
I'm not saying it's good. You're not going to have a good time, man.
Can I be honest? I think it would be a series of disappointments. That's what I think.
In what sense?
I'd wake up, I'd want some cereal, and I wouldn't have any milk, and then I'd have a shower, and there was only cold water, and then it was I missed the bus by a second.
Yeah.
Everything goes.
Well, the bus to the hell place.
Right, to my job, and then
Your hell
Lucifer gives me a few extra whips. I don't know. It's just, everything's just mildly annoying all the time.
Just constantly.
Yeah.
Oh, that, I bet.
that idea.
How much do people say like, "Oh my god, I hate hell so"?
You hear it
say that
like
all the time.
every like 8 seconds.
Every time, like,
Yeah.
Because you know when it's like really cold
Yeah.
in this country,
that.
and when it's when it's raining,
Oh,
and
yeah.
everyone's like, oh, and they have nothing to talk about.
exactly.
Small talk in hell.
Yeah.
Just how
When
much you hate hell.
you're trying to make some new friends in hell, the whole thing would just be like, oh,
Hey, does
hell.
this place suck? And everyone's like, oh, too right, man. It's too right.
Oh, this place totally blows me.
Hey, this
dude.
guy's really switched on. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
But when you said hell would be a series of minor disappointments, I feel if hell was to be a disappointment, it would be if it was kind of good, because I'm expecting it to be the worst thing ever.
No.
Because it's not disappointing.
If you ended up in hell and it turned out to be good, you're not going to be disappointed.
Fine, but you're not going to be disappointed when it's bad.
Surprised, sure.
You won't be. Oh, you could be
You won't be
surprised.
surprised if it's
Yeah,
good.
but you can't.
Yeah.
It's not going to be disappointing. So if I went to hell and I spent
Hell
and it-
arguably holds the lowest expectations for a place in conceptualizations of human beings at all. ever.
What, you've never been to Milton Keynes?
Hey!
Bow, bow!
I love it.
Hey, they're not
That
Milton
is-
Keynes. They
that
got
is
some
great.
great. They got some great dry slopes. Just kidding.
I've never even been to Milton Keynes. First time I could think of it. It was that or Grimsby. They're both
Too
funny.
obvious. Too obvious.
Too obvious. Milton Keynes is good because it has enough syllables that makes it quite funny. I don't know why.
Multisyllabic.
All right, let's cut that laughter. Let's get back into the beer.
It's applause. So this is
Okay.
very.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's quite clearly. But yeah, so I don't think I'd be. Even if I was spending an eternity burning in the ethereal fires of hell, I wouldn't be like, this is disappointment. I'd be like, this is exactly what I expected.
Oh, I expect it. Yeah, true. That's one thing you can say about hell.
Like you kind of knew what was going on.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's been depicted for thousands of years as
Yeah.
being awful, terrible.
Yeah.
What about how would you fare in hell?
In hell, not well.
Not well. You wouldn't-
Not well.
You don't think so?
you
well
wouldn't
at all.
thrive.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Not
thrive.
my place, not my people. I'm a man of the light.
You wouldn't thrive in
regardless.
your own personal specific nightmare.
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, I'd say it might even be my own personal specific nightmare there.
All right, mate, do you want to ask me?
How would you fare?
Yeah, do you want to ask me? Yeah, how would you fare?
Not well.
Not well.
Not well.
Well, you wouldn't thrive well in your own personal specific
No, I don't think so.
nightmare.
It's just not my scene, man. It's just not my scene.
Not for us, hell.
That does beg the question: what is your scene?
How would we fare in purgatory?
Purgatory is where I'm at.
I'd like
Purgatory. We're purgatory boys.
We're purgatory
At the end
boys.
of the day.
Yeah.
Purgatory. How would you fare in purgatory? Wait, let's reiterate what purgatory is for listeners at home.
And for me.
And for Tom.
And for Tom, purgatory is the Catholic idea. You're the Irish one here, so you can stop me if I'm
If you're being
sticking
racist.
my nose in it. But purgatory is the waiting room when it's not when heaven's full. No, it's
You're not doing well.
it's the waiting room. It's the place where they're deciding.
I don't think anyone's ever described it as a waiting room.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
it's
like
a
a
place
doctor's
where,
office.
if you're Catholic, message in. Purgatory
No
is the
messages.
place where purgatory is the place where they decide whether you're going to heaven or hell.
Who's they? It's like when your soul is
St. Peter.
basically lost it's in like a place that's neither here nor there. Essentially, that's where the term purgatory comes from.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
wait, so
And it's-
why do you
you've got
get
to
put
fight
there?
at that point to get into heaven or hell? It's like
Really?
the point where you're not at either, and the
Who do you
judgment
fight?
isn't upon you. I think within yourself.
Juggernaut. Oh,
It's like a journey. It's like you've got to battle through purgatory. And I think if your soul is good enough and strong enough because it's done good things in the world, then you'll make it to heaven. If not, you can fall. But there's also the thing where you can be stuck in purgatory forever.
is an
Yeah.
intermediate state after physical death in which some of those ultimately destined for heaven must first undergo purification so as to achieve the holiness necessary to enter the joy of heaven. So
How'd you fare,
it
Tom?
seems like if people are super good, they go
Yeah.
straight to heaven.
Okay.
No one's that
Yeah.
good, though.
No.
That's
we're all
my
flawed.
theory.
We're all flawed.
Everyone's got big flaws. Everyone
Well,
goes to purgatory,
you're saying they're
man.
not.
You haven't met my dad.
He's perfect.
He's perfect.
Was he the guy who organised the canal boat holiday?
No,
thing?
no,
he's
my stepdad.
not my real father. He's not my real father.
No, it wasn't even my stepdad.
Okay.
He's not. His stepdad's lovely.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
No, it's just a fella
So yeah,
involved, your ma.
purgatory. Well, seeing as I'm yet to define what purgatory be like, what it entails,
yeah.
it's hard to know.
It is.
I think I'd be a bit lost there,
Oh yeah.
and I think I'd be a bit confused.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what's this place that is?
Is this
not
heaven?
Reality?
Is this hell? It's purgatory, mate. What's
purgatory.
purgatory?
What's
Oh, I'm about to say it's
so many times.
There's only like a couple of.
Did you do your reading before coming here? So I don't have to explain what it is before.
I didn't know I was gonna die.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know that I was gonna get hit by that canal barge.
Oh, theme.
Callback.
Theme. Interesting.
Tying the show together to create intensity,
magnet.
complexity, but
Like
most
a magnet.
importantly, unity.
How do you fare in purgatory?
I don't know. I feel I don't do well when things are going too well. I don't do well when things are going too badly. I'm good when it's confused because I'm already, I'm an outside of the box kind of guy. So I'm good at when everyone else is losing their minds, when things are getting weird. I'm like, now it feels like it's getting normal for a change. Do you know, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
That's a
It's
very
like-
good quality to have.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a
So it's
very
like
good quality to have.
when everything's going normal, it's like, who's this weirdo? But as soon as the stuff gets weird, I'm ready. I'm like, finally I can breathe.
If you can keep your mind when all those around you are losing it.
Yeah, man. So I think I do right. How would you do in purgatory?
Hard to say. I think I'd do better than in heaven. Let me just put it that way.
Why would you do badly in heaven?
But I'd be so suspicious. I'd be like, why is everything going great all the time? I'd be what Horatio's doing. I'd be very uncomfortable.
If they sat you down, the
Yeah.
heaven guys, and
Yeah.
said, "This is heaven. It's fine. Everything's you don't have to worry about."
It would
things
take me
going
like
wrong."
2.5 centuries to get used to it, and then I'd be fine for the rest of
Well, when
eternity.
it comes
That's
to
like
eternity,
in constant eternity. That's nothing.
Yeah,
no. But I mean,
That's
I've only been around for
infinitesimally
21
small.
years, so
That's infinitesimally small.
yeah, I guess
Just
so.
like to
But
repeat that phrase again because you're quite proud that you know it.
It's a great infinitesimally.
yeah, I guess so. I don't know, but it still feels like a long time.
Well, how do you fare in heaven then? Were you guys talking about?
Yeah, I'd be uncomfortable for a long time, and then hopefully you get used to it.
Yeah.
But it would be weird. It would be weird bad.
How do you think you're doing in heaven?
Me.
Yeah. Well, this is a segment. This is a professional radio segment.
Sorry, we just got a message in
What?
from St. Popius saying purgatory is where they send babies who are unbaptized. No sin, no good deeds to add to the list. I think that might be one of the elements. Of
Yeah,
purgatory.
I
don't
feel
think
that's not- it's
purgatory
not
is
just for
exclusively
babies.
dead
Yeah.
because
Because I was baptized.
Yeah, but also, what do the dead babies
yeah.
do there? They haven't developed as people. So
Cry.
they,
What
Yeah,
babies
yeah,
good
what do you mean? Just for eternity, like?
I think heaven. I'd really flourish in heaven. I feel like I'd really get involved with all the people there. I think they'd eventually come to worship me.
Do you think
You think so? You
It's a
think
rightful
the new
ruler
God?
of
But it's
heaven.
against the Bible for people to worship someone.
against-
that is,
Hey, the
Their
Bible's just
Bible.
words, man.
What about
Do you know
my
what I mean?
Bible?
What about
Maybe I'm
Drew's
right.
Bible? Yeah?
Exactly. Think about it. It's
Rules
new.
are made to
Sorry,
be broken.
Change.
That's
All I'm
in the
scared
Bi-
of it.
It literally
used to
says in
You're
the
basically
Bible.
saying that you're
I'm
God.
running
That's
things.
basically what you're saying.
Essentially, no, I'm not saying I am God. I'm saying I will become
Do you
God.
stage,
become
do you
God,
stage a
yeah.
coup?
No, you don't need a coup. If you just properly write, like, do the Bible right this time, like, properly get your verses.
Well, so
in
you
there.
write it down-
I've written the Bible
Edited
in
it.
heaven.
Okay.
And then I've just gone up to God and been
Wait,
like,
where's
look, mate,
where's Drew been? Why isn't he in the eternal pool of happiness?
Oh,
He's
he's
off
editing
writing.
the
He's
Bible.
off writing. It's
See,
like,
'cause
because you're
I
working
never sleep.
hard.
I never sleep. And
Like
then
on
just
a new
go up to God.
screenplay.
Go to God, be like, look, mate, you've had a good run. Your book's a bit outdated. Have a flip through this. Tell me what you think. No pressure. And
There
come
is
back to
pressure
me.
because what he doesn't realise is if he does say no, that's when the coup happens.
Yeah.
And that's very subtly put in the Bible. So the Bible is actually a threat to the existing God.
Yeah.
In order
Do
for
you
him to.
think
step
he'd
down
be
from the
honest
ether.
if he thought the book you wrote was better than his book?
Well, he's all
No.
benevolent and all knowing, so he has to be.
But then you couldn't write a better book than
is
someone
it?
who's
Yeah.
all knowing, could you?
Well, he already
Unless you're
knows that you're
all-knowing.
writing every single second. that
Yeah,
you're writing,
exactly.
I don't know if he knows
He'd get
what.
some
I
Peter
didn't
into your
hear
office,
that.
man, tearing your manuscript to shreds. What are you talking
You're
about?
like, get
yeah,
pen out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
Spilling your ink everywhere.
If he's all
I
knowing,
didn't hear what you said.
If he's all knowing,
Yeah.
he'll know that you're in the midst of writing this
He'll
book.
know you're bad.
But he's
And
all
he's gonna-
benevolent, and he'll know that I'm going to write a better book. So he's got to let me do it.
But also, it doesn't make sense because if he's
Yeah,
all
that
knowing,
does
he would
make
have
sense.
written that book. He would have known to write that book.
But you're
Yeah, but
presuming,
Andrew
you're presuming
knows
that
a
I'm
lot
not all
of
knowing.
things.
Oh, okay. So you're all
Andrew-
knowing, but you don't
Yeah,
know.
we're operating within the
You're not
situation that
quite-
I've written a better Bible than God, all right?
Yeah, he
So
knows
let's
because
stick
he
to that.
knows. You don't know. Like Andrew knows. a
I
lot.
know how to write a Bible, Tom.
Really? Okay. Yeah,
Like,
and you
God-
can't even write a
God-
bloody dissertation.
Oh, no, that's finished.
the show,
That's
let's finish
finished.
the
What's
show.
your favourite kind of vibes? Tell me some vibes you like.
Bad vibes.
Okay, maybe
Sad
vibes.
vibes.
Oh, there's
Middle
there's
vibes.
middle
There's
vibes.
okay
Purgatory vibes.
Purgatory vibes. There's my dad left me one day
vibes.
vibes.
There's my mum is not a nice person.
That's
She's
an
off.
unusual
She
colour.
she
Vibes.
doesn't help me creatively. Vibes.
Why is mum under the table again? Vibes.
That's a really big tarpaulin you got there, Andrew. Vibes.
Vibes. Oh, look, those lights are flickering a bit too much and it's giving me a bit of a headache. Vibes.
Oh, they're like Tom can't grow a beard. Vibes.
But my favourite.
Grow goatee.
But my favourite kind of vibes are good vibes.
Thanks everyone. See you next week.
I don't actually. Do you know this song?
No, no.
But yeah, baby.
Well, it's called Good Vibes.
Good vibes.
I'm on a plane doing the